Hello, we welcome you to Brighton Cometh. We're very happy to have you with us again today, and I'd like to invite you to write us this week. Our mailing address is Post Office Box 508, Hillview, Kentucky 40129. Our email address is delatom@twc.com. You may also see the program on YouTube at Della Kirk Ministries, and today I'll be reading the scripture from the book of 2 Samuel chapter 6, starting verse 13. And after I finish reading the scripture, my wife, Reverend Della Kirk, will be coming to bring us today's music and message. And just before I read the scripture, I just want to mention that recently I've had to be in the hospital, and I had many people at church praying for me. I just want to thank each and every one of you that gave a prayer in my behalf, because I really needed it, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Today, starting verse 13, starting verse 13, chapter 6 of 2 Samuel. And it was so that when they that bare the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. And so the ark of the Lord came into the city of David. Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men, to every one a cake of bread, and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David, and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaidens of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovereth himself. And David said unto Michal, It was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight, and of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of whom of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child unto the day of her death. Now here's my wife Della to bring today's music and message.